በድጋሚ አቶ ቦጋለ ፈለቀ የኢትዮጵያ ቆዳ ኢንዱስትሪ ልማት ህዝባዊ ዳይሬክተር፣ አቶ ታጠቅ ይርጋ የኢትዮጵያ ቆዳ ኢንዱስትሪዎች ማህበር ፕሬዝዳንት፣ ዶክተር ቻንድራ ሳካራን የሲኤልአርአይ ዳይሬክተር፣ የተከበራችሁ እንግዶችና ጥሪ ተደርጎላችሁ እዚህ መድረክ ላይ የተገኛችሁ እንግዶች እንኳን ደህና መጣችሁ እያልኩ የዛሬውን ፕሮግራም ባጭሩ አስተዋውቃለሁ። ዛሬ እንደሚታወቀው ይህ ፕሮግራም የተዘጋጀው የግማሽ ቀን ወርክሾፕ ነው። ኢንቫይሮንሜንታል ሰስቴናቢሊቲ ኦፍ ኢትዮጵያን ታኒንግ ሴክተር በሚል አርዕስት የተዘጋጀ ወርክሾፕ ነው። በዚህ መሰረት በዚህ ወርክሾፕ ላይ የተወሰኑ ፕሮግራሞች አጠር አድርጌ ያቀርባለሁ። መጀመሪያ የዌልካሚንግ አድሬስ ወይም እንኳን ደህና መጣችሁ አጭር ንግግር በኢትዮጵያ ቆዳ ኢንዱስትሪ ልማት ኢንስቲትዩት ዋና ዳይሬክተር በአቶ ቦጋለ ፈለቀ ይቀርባል። በመቀጠልም ኦፕኒንግ ሪማርክስ በዶክተር ቻንድራ ሳካራን የሲኤልአርአይ ዳይሬክተር ይቀርባል። ቀጥሎ ኢትዮጵያን ታኒንግ ሴክተር ካረንት ሴናሪዮ ኦፍ ኢንቫይሮንሜንታል ኮምፕላያንስ የሚለው ፕሬዘንቴሽን በአቶ አንተነ ሙህዬ ከኢትዮጵያ ሌዘር ኢንዱስትሪ ዴቨሎፕመንት ኢንስቲትዩት ይቀርባል። ቀጥሎ ቴክኖሎጂካል ኦፕሽን ፎር ሰስቴናብል ዌስት ዋተር ማኔጅመንት በዶክተር ራኦ ከሲኤልአርአይ ይቀርባል። ቀጥሎ ዋተርሌስ ክሮም ታኒንግ ቴክኖሎጂ በዶክተር ታኒካይ ቫላን ሶሪ ቱ ሴይ ይቀርባል። በዛው በቀረበው ውይይት በጽሁፍ ላይ ውይይት ይደረጋል። ውይይቱን የሚመሩት አቅራቢው ይሆናሉ። ቀጥሎ ኤሌክትሮ ኦክሲዴሽን ቴክኖሎጂ በዶክተር ማዳን ከሲኤልአርአይ ይቀርባል። በዛ በቀረቡት ጽሁፎች ላይ ውይይት ይካሄዳል። መጨረሻ ላይ ከውይይቱ በኋላ ቦት ኦፍ ታንክስ በአቶ መሐመድ ሁሴን የቆዳ ኢንዱስትሪ ልማት ኢንስቲትዩት ምክትል ዋና ዳይሬክተር እና ፕሮግራማችን በተቻለ መጠን እስከ 7 ሰዓት ድረስ ይሆንና ከ7 ሰዓት በኋላ ምሳ በልተን የምንጨርስ ይሆናል። በዚህ መሰረት የመጀመሪያ አቅራቢ አቶ ቦጋለ ፈለቀ እንኳን ደህና መጣችሁ ንግግር እንዳቀርቡልን በትህትና ያቀርባለሁ። አመሰግናለሁ።
እንደምን አደራችሁ። ሁላችሁም እንኳን ደህና መጣችሁ ለማለት እፈልጋለሁ። ያው እንግዲህ ማዕከላችን እንግዶችም ስላሉ ትንሽ እነሱም መልእክቱን እንዲረዱ በሚገባቸው ቋንቋ መልእክቱን እንዳስተላለፍ እንዲፈቀድልኝ ይጠይቃለሁ። Good morning, everybody. Dear Dr. Chandra Sakara, Director of CLRI, Ato Tatak Yirga, President of Ethiopian, distinguished participants from EPA, and all other participants, ladies and gentlemen. It's my great pleasure and honor to welcome you all to this very important workshop, which is organized to provide strategic directions for the Ethiopian laser industry to achieve its environmental sustainability. This workshop gains great significance as the stakeholders of laser and laser product sectors are keen to determine the best technology to ensure industrial development without compromising environmental protection. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, laser and laser product sector is strategically important to our country as it provides remarkable employment and significant foreign exchange. Moreover, Ethiopia is endowed with significant number of livestock population and workforce. Thus, there is a great opportunity and scope for our country to become the leader of laser and laser product sectors in Africa. However, we are now at a time where the sector is highly challenged due to environmental sustainability issues. Thus, this workshop gains immense importance and will serve as a platform for collectively determining the strategic directions for the Ethiopian laser sector and ensuring the growth of the sector on one hand and protection of the environment on the other. Ladies and gentlemen, every challenge is an opportunity in disguise. The greatest challenge in front of all of us now is to enable the Ethiopian laser sector to attain sustainability. The opportunity is thus the scope for Ethiopian laser and laser product sector to be the leader sector in Africa. I believe that through a concerted effort of all stakeholders who are gathered here today, we can overcome these challenges. For this to be materialized, our twinning partner, CSI or CLRI, has many proven cleaner technological solutions that can address environmental issues in a sustainable manner. In this regard, LIDI, along with CLRI, has been taking concerted efforts of demonstration of cleaner technologies such as enzymatic annealing, waterless chrome tanning, and electro-oxidation of treatment of waste streams. It is thus this conspicuous that any new technology needs to be fine-tuned to suit to the requirement of individual units, but it is much essential that such cleaner technology measures need to be opted for. I have then a submission to make to all of you, the members of the tanning industry, to work collectively with LIDI and the CLRI to minimize the pollution load as much as possible at the source. This is not only would reduce the capital investment, but also brings the operational costs significantly. Thereby, the Ethiopian laser sector can reach to the position of sustainability with ease. While I welcome you all to this workshop, I also request all of you to take active participation and arrive at some strategic decisions which would enable us address sustainability issues. Finally, I wish you very good deliberations on this workshop, and I assure you that LIDI, as always, will remain a trusted partner to all of you, so that collectively we shall strive with vigor to realize the GTB and contribute to the nation's building process we have started. I thank you very much, and once again, I welcome you here. እንኳን ደህና መጣችሁ። አመሰግናለሁ።
I thank you, Ato Bogale Feleke, for his good speech and presentation. I kindly invite Dr. Chandra Sakaran for his remark.
Thank you. Very good morning to all of you. Ato Bogale Feleke, Director General LIDI. Ato Tata Irga, President Elia, my dear friend and distinguished guest, Ato Wundu, distinguished industry participants, stakeholders, and my dear colleagues from LIDI and CLRI, ladies and gentlemen. This almost a year now, I still remember when we wanted to introduce some of these technologies. We did have a similar workshop at an important venue where we did highlight about the necessity for taking the leather sector beyond the level what it is. In fact, our journey here started almost about 10 years back, way back in 2010, in an organized manner. I still remember at that time the State Minister, Ato Tedese, highlighting that we don't want to take the long route what India had traveled to reach this level. He said, we would like to only take the positive things from your growth and then take our country and our tanning sector and the leather product sector to match at least in about 5 to 6 years time frame. That is what he said. And the twinning definitely had contributed in building capacity, and today LIDI stands in Africa as one of the role model institutions. Wherever we go to any summit where the development of Africa is being discussed, no, it is always mentioned that the twinning arrangement what we had with LIDI as one of the talking point. Many of the African nations are trying to emulate this, and this is where exactly we said beyond twinning, both LIDI and CLRI are mandated to make the leather sector especially sustainable. When I talk about sustainable, the first thing that comes is environmental sustainability, but often this is challenged at what cost. We in India, when we started almost about 20 years back, very vigorously with environmental solutions, we started as everyone would have done with the end of pipe treatment. And as the years progressed, we felt that the cost of treatment that was going higher. And that is where, though we have several technologies to highlight the reduction of pollution at source, but many often the knowledge what is available never gets transferred into a practical or a practicable solution. This is where the challenge, many would ask, if you say you have dozens of technology, why is that all of them are not being transferred 100% to a tanning sector? And many of you are aware that the Indian tanning sector is diverse. We have right from micro, small, medium, and some large. We have about more than 1,500 tanneries spreading across. So it is not going to be that easy for disseminating many of the technologies. Though our efforts in disseminating many of these technologies and making some part, at least in the southern part, where in Tamil Nadu, where people have gone for zero liquid discharge. But let me again tell you, that was not yet economically viable or a sustainable measures. And today, many of the tanning sector are looking towards treating at an affordable cost. And that is where our technologies, some of the path-breaking technologies, what we have highlighted almost a year back, the waterless chrome tanning, or the electro-oxidation technique for many of the water to be recycled. The major challenges for the tanning sector is the chromium, the solid waste, especially coming out of your liming and the sludge produced, and of course your BOD and COD. And this is where we do have some of the technologies where we are trying to highlight how do we combat, and my colleagues, and of course my colleagues from LIDI would give an overview about this. As our DG said, we are now at the crossroads. The Ethiopian tanning sector is really at the crossroads of making the sector sustainable. It's more of do or die situation, but that is where the challenge lies. This is exactly a position where we don't want you to replicate all the measures, whatever we have taken to reach to a level today. But we want you to take the positive things which are now being highlighted. And let me tell you, we are in the process of demonstrating some of these things and establishing even leather parks in some of the other countries in Africa, of course in a smaller manner, like country in Rwanda. We had an opportunity to meet Your Excellency Gaetan, your Science and Technology Minister, last week in Hyderabad, where he expressed interest in many of our technologies, not only about Leather Research Institute, but also across CSIR. There are several national labs where have technologies which are affordable for inclusive growth for countries like Ethiopia and other African countries. So this is an opportunity. I once again request now our members and stakeholders of the leather tanning sector to come forward and to adopt this and become a role model country in Africa. You've been already leading. The Leather Industry Development Institute is a role model institution in Africa, but we would like to see both LIDI and the Ethiopian tanning sector be the role model for the entire world.